Mitchell with 5 seconds left. Cross-court Clark. Does Clark see the clock? Handoff Samuelson. Who buries a three?
And sometimes I don't even realize how far away I am. Like, I watch it back on film and I'm like, wow, I should not shoot that shot.
569,000 viewers, that's the new record for a WNBA game on NBA TV. And guess who's responsible? Yep, Caitlin Clark. But here's the kicker. She's not just beating WNBA records, she's giving the NBA a run for its money. Stick around as we dive into how one rookie is changing the game. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor, if you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos. Without subscribing, it costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Rookies have been known to have an impact, but Clark is on a whole other level. Not only is she winning over fans, but the league is also taking notice of her in the world of professional women's basketball. What could one player possibly be doing to create such a stir? Let's speak about the numbers, which in Clark's case are just astounding. Not only is she putting up impressive numbers for a rookie, but she is also ruling the league. Like an accomplished player, we are discussing a player who in 3 games has averaged 25 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Coach said they took 66 shots, we took 50. Like, you know, it's really hard to win games when you give them 16 more opportunities than we had. Like, I had a lot of fun just playing and enjoying the atmosphere, like talking with people courtside. Like, I was just trying to smile and have fun. Like, it doesn't really matter, like, win or loss.
That's MVP territory, not rookie numbers. Here's where things get insane. Though not only is Clark performing admirably, but her performance has earned her the title of WNBA Eastern Conference Player of the Week. As a novice, give that a moment to settle in. While most rookies are still attempting to establish themselves in the league, Clark is already surpassed passing season players with years of experience. Okay, she's good, but is she really changing the game? Maybe on your mind now. Allow me to bluntly put it to you, since 2008, no WNBA game had attracted more than 1 million viewers prior to Clark's arrival. That's more than 10 years of unbroken viewership records. Thus far, Clark is breaking these records, not just breaking them, but smashing them to little bits. Not only are her games well-liked, but they're turning into must-watch TV shows. That WNBA hasn't experienced this kind of attention in years. It appears as though she is bringing attention to the league all by herself. Furthermore, it goes beyond the numbers. Clark's performances are now the main attraction during shows. She is the focal point of the game, not just the player. Countless people are watching her perform in every game she plays, with hundreds of thousands of viewers. Here's something to think about: an NBA TV game starring Clark Averag. 569,000 views. It's the highest the network has ever seen, but there's still more. According to some experts, the number of viewers would have reached 5 to 3 million if Clark had participated in a few high-profile matches. We are discussing figures that are comparable to some NBA games.
Taurasi, what a spin! Taurasi a finish! And a 20-year veteran, Diana Taurasi, dialing back.
I'm going to do my best. I mean, it's still really hard basketball, like playing at this level. You know, everybody's going to be, you know, competing really hard coming back from the break, obviously with playoffs on the line.
Because of her enormous influence, Clark is not only altering public perceptions of the WNBA, but also of rookie athletes in general. She's redefining what a rookie player can achieve. She seemed to have arrived to the league and asked rookie limits. Never heard of them. This is more than simply a good season from one player. Because of Clark's success, the WNBA's entire story is being changed. She's expanding the sport's fan base and igniting a passion for women's basketball that hadn't existed before. It appears as though she has given the league core an adrenaline boost. When WNBA games were hard to get tickets, do you recall those? Are the distant memories. Night after night, practically empty arenas were transformed into full houses by a single rookie. NBA executives are baffled by the ticket-buying frenzy that Caitlin Clark is causing. She's not simply packing seats. Let's discuss what WNBA games used to look like before Clark ever took the court. Tickets were often easy to come by, and empty seats were a typical sight, although the league had a devoted follow-up full, and it wasn't exactly breaking attendance records. Right now, it sounds like a switch being flipped. Record-breaking crowds, jam-packed arenas, and outrageous ticket prices are all happening right now. The Lynx of Minnesota, they just broke their attendance record, drawing 1923 spectators to see Clark perform. Not only is there a strong turnout, but a sea of people has come to see this rookie phenomenon. But there's still more. 20,366 people showed up to see Clark play for the LA Vegas Aces.
Turnovers, that's not going to get the job done, but I think just a lot of things to learn from. I didn't think we played well. With AB, like you can still just see our connection, even though we're not with the whole Fever team. Like we still have that connection. And then
we are discussing figures that would make some NBA teams green. With NB, it appears as though Clark is performing a performance for everyone rather than just playing basketball. This is where things start to get very wild. When was the last time you were able to get WNBA tickets at a discount or perhaps for free? Those times are long gone. You had best be prepared to crack open your money if you want to witness Clark perform it. Is believed that the least expensive tickets for her games cost much more than $100. That's a much other game than just raising the price. We are discussing $2,000 WNBA game tickets. It's not a misprint. $2,000 for a league in which unsold tickets were once common. It's as like Clark said, let's make this the hottest ticket in town as soon as he entered the WNBA. However it goes beyond the figures. It concerns the meaning of these numerals. Clark is a phenomenon rather than merely a player. She's expanding the sports fan base and igniting a passion for women's basketball that has never existed before. It appears as though she has given the WNBA's core an adrenaline shot. Consider it, the WNBA was having trouble selling tickets prior to Clark. Every time she performs, there is now a frenzy of ticket purchases that benefits not just Clark, but the entire league as well. More fans equal more sales, greater visibility, and more room for expansion because of her enormous influence. Analysts refer to Clark as the WNBA's one woman economic boom. Not only is she altering public perceptions of women's basketball, but she's also transforming the league's entire financial structure. It's as if she appeared with a magic wand and WNBA games became events that everyone had to attend. Let's discuss something that's keeping NBA executives up at night. Caitlin Clark is facing up against not just WNBA players, but also the NBA. Come on, the WNBA challenging the NBA? You may be asking yourself, not at all.
Fever have beaten the Mercury for 3 times in the regular season. Indiana sweeps the season series.
Well, the first thing is I feel like I know if it's going in right off my hand, and I think that just speaks to how much time I put in and how many shots I've taken.
Caitlin Clark unloads!
Buckle up, because Clark is bringing about enormous changes to the game. The NBA has ruled red basketball for a very long time. Greater attendance, increased viewership, greater revenue. The NBA had it all figured out. The WNBA, it was constantly attempting to catch up, much like a younger sister. But the narrative has changed since Clark arrived. Recall how we claimed that record numbers of people were watching Clark's games. She's killing it with more than just WNBA records, though. On NBA TV, her matches have outperformed all but 5 NBA games. Give that a moment to settle in. A WNBA rookie is earning figures comparable to those of well-known NBA players. It's not just excellent, it's unheard of, but there's still more. It's said that WNBA videos are more popular than NFL videos. For many years, the NFL has dominated American sports. Here's rookie WNBA player Clark assisting her league in competing against this overwhelming force. It's comparable to David facing and defeating Goliath. This is made even more bizarre by the fact that before Clark's arrival, no WNBA game had garnered more than 1 million viewers since 2008. That's more than 10 years of unbroken viewership records. Right now, Clark appears to have said, "Hold my basketball." Perhaps you're asking yourself, how is this possible? How can one player have such a profound impact? It's not only about her on-court prowess, though it is definitely noteworthy. It has to do with the enthusiasm she has for the game. It's a big deal whenever Clark goes onto the court. Viewers are witnessing more than just a basketball match. They are witnessing Caitlin Clark. This benefits more than just Clark or the WNBA alone. It's completely altering the professional basketball scene. Executives in the NBA are paying attention. They are unable to ignore the spike of interest in women's basketball. They seem to be being forced to reconsider everything they believe to be true about the sport as a result of Clark's success. You know, I would have liked to play a little better tonight. I think all of us would say that if we were all sitting up here, and as a team collectively, we would have liked to play better and just have all the confidence in the world. The basket looks really big, so I know exactly.
You know, I would have liked to play a little better tonight. I think all of us would say that if we were all sitting up here, and as a team collectively, we would have liked to play better and
Just have all the confidence in the world. The basket looks really big, so I know exactly how she felt. Like she was just in the zone. Like
Shattering stereotypes and creating opportunities, she is demonstrating that women's basketball can be just as competitive, thrilling, and profitable as men's basketball. The worst part is that Clark is only getting started. She is in her first season this year. In just a year or two, she may accomplish even more, given that she is already threatening the NBA's dominance these days, breaking records Isn't the only goal the goal is to completely transform the sport? Caitlin Clark is more than just a sensational rookie. She is revising the rules for basketball played by women. Her influence extends well beyond statistics and packed houses. Clark is altering the public's perception of the entire game. Consider it. Prior to Clark, the WNBA was having a trouble gaining recognition. Right now, the hottest ticket in town is this one. Not only is she smashing records, but she's also destroying notions of what women's basketball can achieve. And the really shocking thing is that Clark's success isn't solely her fault. It demonstrates how skill can change the course of an entire sport. A new generation of players and spectators is being inspired by her. Given Clark's continued dominance, we must consider whether a new age is dawning, one that sees the WNBA spearheading the discourse rather than just participating in it.